earlier, but the internet keeps glitching. For that, I apologize. Hello there, Bucket List. Good to see you. Hi, Jackie. Good to see you as well. Let people know that I'm going to do a live after this live, probably about 12:15 or 12:30, because I had some memories which came up. Y'all know I like sharing, get the message out there. Hello, Victoria. Good to see you too. Thanks for coming. Appreciate everyone that's here. At first, I get out the banners. I always like starting off with the Bible verses. In Matthew 18, verse 6, but whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depths of the sea. In Matthew 18, verse 10, take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones. For I say unto you, that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven. Colossians 3:21, fathers, do not embitter your children, or they will become discouraged. And a lot of people say we just need to sweep it under the rug, we need to do nothing. But even the Bible teaches us to learn to do right, to seek justice, defend the oppressed, take up the cause of the fatherless, plead the case of the widow. I gotta get this backing to stop doing that, or it's gotta interfere with a web page, which I gotta share with y'all the stories. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Now, like if people go ahead and use these things that's supposed to be copywritten, they're not supposed to be getting money because that's copyright infringement. Amen. Amen. God bless y'all too. All right, let me go to the website to share the screen so that y'all can see what I'm talking about. The first one is an older one. It's actually the original story. Deputies are investigating an alleged kidnapping. So this was February 21st. See, that was the original story. Kidnapping that occurred at the High Falls State Park area in Monroe County, Georgia. The alleged kidnapping occurred on Monday, February 19th, 2024 at 4:30 p.m. Deputies located the suspect's vehicle and quickly identified the suspect. Here, let me make it bigger where everybody can see it better. Deputies say there is no threat to the public and further details will be released as they will become available. Excuse me, anytime you got a perpetrator out there, how can you say there's no threat to the public? How do you know she's not elsewhere trying to kidnap all these other kids? Excuse me, you cannot say there is no threat to the public. Update. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office arrested Kara Christopher and charged her with kidnapping. They say this is in connection with the alleged kidnapping that occurred last week in High Falls. She is currently being held without bond. Here she is right here. There's the perpetrator right there. And if I played that, that would say exactly what I just got through reading to y'all. So I'm not going to bore y'all with that. Look at her right here. She looks different right here, but don't she? She is actually an MP grad charged in High Falls kidnapping. Look at her right there, y'all. A 2020 Mary Parsons graduate, now a Perry woman, has been arrested and charged with the kidnapping attempt in High Falls last Monday after she was released from the hospital. What? Kara Christopher of Perry was arrested on Tuesday, February 27th. Monroe County investigators say she's the one who tried to grab an 8-year-old girl who was hiking with a mother and a friend on Monday, February 19th, near High Falls State Park, according to sheriff's report. The girl had run a little ahead of the women as they hiked from the park trail on the High Falls Road around 5 p.m. on the President's Day holiday. Then Christopher, wearing a tie-dye hoodie, tried to grab the girl on the side of the road. The mother and her friend saw what was happening and ran, and after a struggle pulled the girl away from Christopher. How dare they say she tried to grab? She grabbed. She didn't try there. She did grab. She laid her hands on that kid. Don't say attempted to grab when she did grab. Am I right or wrong, y'all? Mother and her daughter saw what was happening and ran, and after a struggle, pulled the girl away from Christopher. Christopher then ran to her Honda CRV in the Fall Views Market parking lot and sped toward the interstate. Don't say attempted grabbing. No, no, no. And also, she should be charged with fighting, too. Mother, friend, fight to save child from kidnapper during a hiking trip at Georgia State Park. Y'all know the reason why I go over these different ones is because sometimes there's a little bit more of a tidbit of information in another story. New information has been released in connection to the arrest of a woman who officials say tried to kidnap a child at a Georgia State Park. Last week, Kara Christopher was arrested and charged with the attempted kidnapping of a child inside High Falls State Park. Yes, attempted kidnapping, I'll go with that. Because she attempted to kidnap her. Yes. But don't say tried to grab her. Because she grabbed her. What's your wording when you're a news reporter? Make sure you get the accurate words out there. In an incident report obtained by Channel 2 Action News on February the 19th at 5 p.m., deputies received reports of the attempted abduction inside the park. When deputies arrived, they were met by a mother and her friend who said they were on a hike with her young daughter when a strange woman, later identified as Christopher, ran up, grabbed the child, and tried to run away. The report said the two women fought Christopher and got the child back. Christopher was then seen getting into a gray Honda CRV and driving away. These are trending stories. These right here have nothing to do with the actual story. So then the mother's friend took a picture of Christopher's vehicle and gave it to police. Thank God they did that, right? Thank God a picture of the vehicle was taken. After interviewing the victims, deputies interviewed other parkgoers and went to the Fall View Market to see if Christopher had been caught on the surveillance video. The next day, officials said the CRV was located. Christopher was then taken into custody. The incident remains under investigation. So evidently she was at the hospital. Evidently, because after she was taken care of medically, but you wonder why she was at the hospital. Did she have injuries sustained from the two women who followed her home? I hope so. I hope that they did. You go, girls. You go, girl. Protect that kid. I am so proud of y'all. I'm so proud of y'all. See what y'all were saying here. That's quick thinking to get a photo. Yes, it is. Amen and amen. I am so glad they did it, and they probably. Thank God that little girl was not taken. There's a lot of kids that's taken today, as we all know. It's a lot of gall. Yes, she did run on ahead of the parent, the mother. What if it would have been a burly man that would have grabbed her? They might not have been so lucky, right? So people, please have your kids a lot closer to you. Don't let them run on ahead when these things can happen. And it's not really the parents' fault here. It's these perpetrators' fault for doing these things. Because kids do like to run on ahead a little bit. But it's sad to know that this day and time we cannot allow our kids to do that just because of these people sickening. I tell you what, this mom, I'm proud of her for being a mama bear. I'm proud of the friend for being a mama bear as well. I'm disgusted with that girl. She's got a degree from a college, and yet she succumbed to doing this. I want to thank everybody for coming, and I'm going to do a story in a little while, just letting y'all know a little bit on a little bit of memory that I had, and I'm kind of disgusted with it. But y'all know I feel like it's very important when we have memories, when we're an advocate like I am, to tell some of these things so that we can be watchful. I say God bless y'all, and thanks for coming. And please pass this on. Please hit the thumbs up. God bless you.